In this lesson, we're going to look at a little more at slices and look at some examples of, first of all, at the slice operator and returning slices of slices, if you want to call them that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a slice of some letters. So give me a moment while I type them in. There we go. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to return the first 3 letters from the slice. So we're going to use the slice operator, which is essentially the brackets with numbers in between. So here we're saying that start at position 0 and go up to but not including position 3. And we can verify that's right by printing it out. So let's save and run. There's my output from the last video. So we should see ABC when it finishes compiling. It'll take it just a moment. There's ABC. Very good. Here's our next one. So let's compile and run. So this time we just see B and C. Let's get just the first letter. And so to do that, we're going to leave the first argument, or the start, blank, and only provide an argument for the stop, or a value, if you would. Oops. Forgot to print it out. Go was nice to remind me of that. So let's try again. There we go. Let's clear the screen for the next one. Now we'll get the last letter. So for that, whoops, we're going to do the length of letters -1 and then nothing for the second piece. Let's make that a little more plain here. And then we'll print it out. So that should be just the E by itself. And there's the E. And then let's get all of them. And to do that, you just leave the start and stop empty. And there's the whole slice. So now let's write a few functions to demonstrate how we can pull different pieces out. So what I'm going to do is, let's clear out our main program here. And let's go up to our function space, and we're going to write a function called middle. Its parameter is going to be a string slice, and it's going to return a string slice. And we're going to return so that's going to pull out the first and last elements of the slice and return everything that's in the middle. So let's create our slice again. Should have saved that. But you may enjoy watching me type, so give me a moment. Okay. So let's try that. Let's clear that screen. So B, C, and D is the middle of A, B, C, and D, and E. Okay, so now let's test it with another slice. This time let's create a slice of words. Stop there. Nope, that's a bracket. So call the middle function with words as its argument. And is the time for all. Cuts out now and good to give us the middle of that string. So let's take a look at a couple other functions that we can use. Back to our code. We'll leave the middle there. Chop front will return the first element. I'm sorry, all but the first element. And chop back will return all but the back. We'll run it on A, B, C, and D. Actually, letters. Oops. So let's save, compile and run. Okay, so chop front, chop the A off A, B, C, D, E, and chop back, chopped the back off those. Now we're going to write a function that I pulled from the book called The Go Language by Alan Donovan and Brian Kernan that does something interesting to remove an item from a function. Let's clear this out, make room for that. Oops, it returns a slice, so we gotta put that in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to append everything up to the index that we specify, everything after the index, and then anything else that comes with it, the ellipses for which is the indicator for a variadic function. And so let's test it. There's our letters. Let's print it out so we can see it. And then let's remove from letters the element at index position 2. That's what we should get. Let's clear the screen, compile and run the program. And so 0, 1, 2 is C, A, B, D, E. So it worked just perfectly. So we're going to wrap up this lesson with one more little bit. We're going to demonstrate that a slice that has nothing in it is considered nil. So let me demonstrate that real fast here. We can do that with letters. We'll just delete all this. compile and run that. Whoops, went too far. Oops. Try that again. So it's not nil because we told it to put 0 in. However, if we do this, let's change it. Then try it. So notice the make function changes that. Okay, so you can't have such a thing as a nil slice. And if you do that, and then try to print, try to access part of the slice when it's nil, you will get a panic telling you that the slice bounds is out of range. So you need to be very careful and make sure that you don't try to access into a nil slice, because you will cause your program to crash when you do that. So thank you very much for watching this lesson on some other things about slices, and I'll see you in the next lesson.